Today on Girl Chat, haunting, the latest dating trend,
and a scientific way to reveal our perfect man.
plus Lethal Weapon's Michelle Hurd stops by. Then, how to use pumpkin in your beauty routine. The reel starts now. This is our
Are you guys ready for some girl chat?
Yes!
We always are.
Yes.
Lonnie, I like those glasses.
I can't see. I need some glasses.
No, they actually look very sexy.
Pretty, Lonnie. That Lonnie wears contact lenses. I didn't know that.
We knew that because we're the contact lens girls over here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
See
so,
that?
yeah.
All right, we ready for our first topic?
let's do it.
Here it goes. A recent study done by several California universities found that there is still a severe lack of Asian presence in film and television.
Wow.
The study found, this doesn't seem shocking to me.
I know, right?
The study found that there are actually 155 TV shows right now that lack a single Asian American character, not one.
155.
Wow.
And according to BuzzFeed, when Asian actors and actresses are cast, they're often put into stereotypical submissive roles or they play rebellious characters with colorful hair. Check out this example from the Huffington Post. Wow.
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 All right. In fact, actor Daniel Day Kim reportedly exited his show Hawaii Five-0 due to him not being paid as much as his white co-stars. Kim has also been very vocal about whitewashing in Hollywood, publicly speaking out against the casting of white actors playing the roles of Asian characters. So, Jeannie,
Dang.
I love that you sit up on this panel. I really do. I love that you represent your people. I love how you represent them. I love that you are authentically you in every way, shape, and form, and I think that freaking is awesome. So, as our resident Asian, we have to ask you, what do you think about this study?
Okay, so back in the day when I first started television, and even now, when everybody mixes me up with Brenda Song, at first I was like, oh dang, maybe we do kind of resemble each other, you know, I'm not sure. But then I thought, no, it's only because we are practically two of the only Asians in television today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Think about it.
Yeah,
it's
Lisa
only
Ling,
true.
and I'm sorry, there's another woman that people get confused all
Julie
the time.
Chen.
Julie.
Yes.
Yes. So that brings me down to looking at that fact, which is there are very few Asian American roles in television and movies. And to break it down even further, guys, the very few Asian roles there are often handed to white people.
Oh.
Let me give you an example.
How does that even...
Doctor Strange was played, had a Tibetan monk in there, played by Tilda Swinton. Japanese manga series, huge international series, had centered around a Japanese American, actually played by a white person. Now,
How does this work?
Okay, and then also the last movie was Aloha, and it was about a person who was part Chinese,
I remember
part
that.
Hawaiian, played by Emma Stone.
Yeah.
So it all comes down what I think is a bigger question. Who is at fault at this,
Yeah.
right? So part of it, I think, when we come down to the families, the homes, who we raise, Asian Americans, traditionally families really encourage their kids to get jobs that are more stable. They don't want to go towards the creative side. So I always think Asian American parents, if you have your child who is into the arts, into writing, into producing, into film directing, encourage them, even if it's a risky job pace, because they're breaking that glass ceiling that's already out there for
Right.
us. Yeah. Asian American parents should start there. Number two, it goes down to the networks. If you look at your cast, if you look at your writers, if you look at your directors, the people in your team, if it doesn't reflect the melting pot that is out there, make some changes. It has to look like what we see out here in our audience.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? And then the third thing is just TV shows like this. This is why I am so proud to be on a show here where we reflect 4 of the many voices that are out there in America, but not one perspective. Because when you have a show that is filled with just one race, you're going to hear just that one perspective. If that job needs to be replaced, that person is going to hire their friend that looks or talks like them.
And even in the same race, you have different perspectives.
Exactly.
That's true.
So it all comes down to us doing our part, but networks out there, the people at the top, do what you need to do to fill those roles in the right way.
I'm just still confused as to how maybe I'm ignorant.
No,
how can a white person play Asian?
Because it comes down to those network decisions. Somebody didn't
let me
feel
tell you
they
what
could trust.
the problem. You ever go to a Hollywood party? You know what you don't never see no Asians. You see about 4 blacks.
Look at the Emmys. When you look
You
at
know
the whole...
what I mean?
Where are
No,
the Hispanics?
seriously. And this is the Hispanics, it might be 10 of y'all, right? Seriously, this is the issue I feel. Writers and casting directors and producers, a lot of them don't have people of color as their friends. And when you don't have people of color as your friends, you don't think about them when you're writing a project. You don't think, let me write. But when you do, you're like, oh, a martial artist. Oh, it's got to be Asian. Or a Chinese food restaurant owner.
Right.
That's, and that's the problem is that, in Hollywood is very segregated. I don't care what anybody tries to say. It's very, very segregated. Because you go to just a typical Hollywood party, you will see, you can count on your finger the people of color.
Yeah.
And
That
it's
is
like,
true.
and that is never going to change until people start branching out and knowing different people of different cultures.
Maybe, I agree. Maybe we can even start with the crew. Like the writer's staff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes I've experienced this. You're doing a black show, and then you're like, wait a minute, there's only 2 or 3 black writers on this show. So
How are they going to
how
paint
are
the
they going
perspective?
to get the African American voice across to the world?
Right.
And not write it stereotypically, but actually from experience.
Yes, so I think it's important that we should have, of course, diverse television, but we should also have diverse staff behind
Which is what I'm saying.
the television shows.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, I do have to commend like Disney and NBC because they have writers workshops, and also CBS. All of the networks, they have different types of minority workshops and writers workshops to try to include. So they are working on things like that. It's just that if you are a person that you're really trying to get into the business as a writer or producer, it's like you have to look out for these things and join these workshops because it's really hard to get a job like in the industry and be part of the culture if you don't have the training. So the networks are working to make it happen, but we need the right people, and you still have to be qualified. I don't think you should be hired just because you black. I think you should be hired because you good, or because you're good. I think that's good too.
I also think if those roles are not being written for you, get out there and become the writer. Start your own
And it don't
project.
necessarily have to be it doesn't have to be a part. Just put an Asian character instead of saying, okay, well, it's got to be it's a martial artist. No, let it just be.
A regular person. There's a girl character. The girl could be
Asian or whatever. Just open to all ethnicities.
You know what they do, though, Lonnie? I got to keep it real, because sometimes when you go on these auditions, they have all ethnicities, but they already know in their mind what
who
they're
they're
going
looking
to
for.
pick.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Well,
that's why
sometimes they already know what star they're going to pick.
That is true.
That's true.
But that's why it also
Tis
helps that we supported one another.
Yes.
Like, for example, when Emma Stone received so much backlash for being an Asian character,
I remember.
she said she was the butt of many jokes and she would reconsider getting a role that was supposed to be depicted for another race next time. And the director of Doctor Strange, Scott Derrickson, tweeted, "Raw anger heard from Asian Americans over Hollywood whitewashing, stereotyping, and erasure of Asians in cinema. I am listening and learning." So it comes down to people taking ownership, too, to see what is done wrong and speaking out about it. Like Donald Glover, when he won his Emmy, he knew that an Asian American directed 7 of his episodes for the Emmy he received. So he gave tribute to Hero when he spoke about his speech. So give credit where credit was due and have the representation.
Yeah, very important.
And learning.
Yeah. Well, while it's important to make the argument for more Asian characters on TV, should you make it by text?
What do you mean?
A recent Refinery 29 article asked the question, why are so many couples into text arguing? Now, the writer of the article says, quote, yeah, that's how I do. You see how I just slide to the next topic? Don't get me wrong. I'm not one who shies away from confrontation or a healthy argument. But as I get older, I realize that when it comes to certain types of conflicts, I am much better at writing. So what they're saying is, when it comes to confrontation, do you do it face to face or do you do it on phone to phone?
Why are you shaking your head like that, Jeannie? Like, this is terrible.
I'm anti-text argument.
Why?
I hate it because, number one, you read things out of context. When someone's pissed, when someone's pissed and they say, like, I'll talk to you later, somebody, like, looking for drama is going to be like, I'll talk to you later, right? When you could have just said, I'm going to talk to you later. It's not, it's...
What if you're saying it like, I'm going to talk to you later, and maybe they read it, I'm going to talk to you later. It actually might come in handy, because what if you are rah-rah and in your feelings and angry?
Nope.
And the text actually might be calmer than you are in person.
I like to do it by text, so I have a receipt, so you can go back and look at it again.
Okay.
That's what I like.
Me too.
Receipt
say,
Me too.
that always gets me in trouble. I actually like to text argue.
Me too.
Only because I get really emotional when I'm upset. I usually cry, and I can't get my words across together, so I like to write it down.
Yeah, it's like writing a letter.
I know, but the only thing is you can never say, I didn't say that, because then they'll look back, and they're like, yes, you did, right here.
But that's why you get to read it, reread it, proofread it, let your friends read it, let your mom and your sister read it, and then you be like, do we all concur? Is this, should I press send? How does this work?
And I personally don't like the face-to-face because I get emotional and start crying.
That's me.
And all this, and then I can't get out what I really want to get out. So it's like, if I could just do it by text, then, I'd be like, boom, there you go, boo.
Or no boo. Have you ever bubble tortured someone?
At the start of this girl chat, Ronnie sat over here and said, why is she wearing glasses? Because she can't see. So you guys are applauding for this boo-boo right here to text argue with you when she can't see?
Yes.
No. Have you guys ever bubble tortured somebody?
Bubble tortured, what does that mean?
You know when the bubbles come up and you believe you're going to get a response? So I intentionally just write anything. I'll be like ALGK9, like we'll just write so that the bubbles come up, and then I walk away from the phone.
Oh, that's so
And then you're there suffering. You're just being tortured by the bubbles. Or if I know somebody's gonna write me a big paragraph, if I just wrote something and I know that they're gonna have like a big or major response, you know that now you can individually put on your red text. Do you know what that means, you guys?
What?
Where underneath, have you ever sent somebody a message and it says underneath red that you read the message?
You do not read it on purpose and not respond.
100%, and it lets you know red, but I'm not replying.
She is Petty Crocker in the flesh.
Oh, wait. Do you guys... Oh, Lord.
What?
I'm telling on myself.
What?
You know what I like to do when I text argue?
What?
I do everything in capital letters. And then you, like,
my
really
God.
get into it. You're like... and then you put the exclamation points, like 10 of them afterwards. Wait, do any of you guys use emojis, though, when you argue?
Yes. I feel like the emojis make it silly, and I'm being very serious.
I would have to agree. Yes. But there is one face. There's that one emoji face that looks all misconstrued and angry. It's like this. That emoji.
See, it's still funny. You just made them laugh.
See, but
I'm very serious.
On that note, though, how many of you guys had to untangle an argument because it got worse from text arguing? From having to explain it?
No,
Yeah, but you do that.
I feel like it allows me to think, on a serious note, it really allows me to think about what it is I want to say. And I actually can think about doing it with kindness, and I don't do the capital letters.
And sometimes I don't
I try to
send
be
it.
kinder on text message, because when you're emotional, you can say things you don't mean. But if you sent it in a text, and like I said, everybody proofread it and said that this is okay to send, then I feel better about it.
Well, sometimes I just do it and then I don't send it. So that's another
And it
reason
makes you
why.
feel better.
And
You
it just
just
makes
get
me
it
feel
out.
better and everything. And I can really say what I want to say about them, but they don't really know. And it's just for my own personal
I do
belief.
that in the notes of my phone.
Yeah.
I could actually be around you if you're driving me crazy. I go in my notes and I will read you in, just the notes in your phone.
You never tell a person?
No, I don't tell them. I just,
What's the good
I
in
listen
that,
to what they
though?
have to say.
Like
but
venting.
no, but I be going in though. I really should. Like, I be calling them all kind of names and all this other kind of stuff, and your mama and this and that and this and that.
Jeannie, don't encourage her to send it.
No,
You might receive
ever.
one.
And I don't. Yeah.
I think there is nothing more powerful than the ability to call somebody, let them hear your tone, let them hear your voice, or let them see your eye contact, because that, at the end of the day, will never get misconstrued. Guys, in this day and age, engage. Do not
But
let it get all
sometimes
over
you say it the wrong way, though.
Can we find
Like
balance?
what?
Can you
I
send
do
a
both.
message and then say, if you'd like to discuss, please call me?
I do both.
No,
Well,
sometimes
see,
I got out what I needed to say.
That's confrontational.
Well,
That's,
see,
I feel like, right?
I-
That's like, oh, you want me to step outside? Is that text?
Oh my gosh, no
Step
way.
outside.
If I just said, if you'd like to discuss this further, please give me a call. I'd love to hear from you.
No, you just said, bitch, let's step outside.
No, I did not say that.
Yes, you did. I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad hearing that. I'm like,
What?
I'm so
Jeannie,
confused.
are you
Yes.
insane?
What?
No.
Wait, what's going on, Jeannie? Get it out.
If you texted me something, let's say
Okay.
we were arguing,
Okay.
right? You said, Jeannie, no, I said this, and I said, Tam, no, I heard this. You said, Jeannie, no, I heard this, and I
Yes.
said, Tam, you know what? I think this, this, and this.
Yes.
And if you want to discuss this further, you can talk to me later.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I did
'cause
not
that
say that.
sounds
That is
like
not what
catch
I
me
said.
outside. That does.
That's catch me outside. What
That
did you
does.
say?
I said, I'd love to hear from you. Please call me.
Okay.
Somebody wants to take off their earrings, huh?
You just about that life. I don't know what to tell you.
Social media is a great tool for making new friendships, but it could also ruin them. A recent article on New York Magazine's The Cut talked about the friend you love in real life but hate on social media. You know, the friend who posts 10 times a day, the friend who won't stop sharing overly romantic pics with their man, or the friend who keeps making
That's
up.
right. Put it on her. Put it right on her again. Yes. Thank
Who are
you.
we talking
Who
about?
keeps making up their own hashtags. Ladies,
Oh.
have any of you had to block one of your besties?
Well, it
Really?
hasn't come to that place yet.
Adrian.
I would never block you. Not you.
Okay.
I would never block you. But I just swipe by once I've seen the first 50 Insta stories, Jeannie Mai. Jeannie Mai, you know the top of the Insta story where it looks like this, it's blocks? Jeannie's become periods. They're dots.
Wait a
They're
minute.
dots. Especially when you're in Asia and I'm on a diet and you show me everything you've eaten every 4 seconds of the day.
I'm so good at that. I love my food.
It's literally torture.
Okay, hold on. I was gonna sit here saying, you, Miss Adrian Houghton,
Oh
be
my
doing
gosh.
so many stories. Not only that, but
Stories?
this girl, when she gets her selfie light, the picture, it'll be like, you know, I'm sitting here at La Durée, let's
Yes.
just say.
Oh, those pictures
and then
are
all
too
of a sudden
good to
it's
go to waste.
Selfie, selfie, selfie,
Yeah.
selfie, selfie.
I had done some photos, but I couldn't let them go to waste.
Okay.
But they weren't good enough for Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
So you put 'em
they
on
go on my
Insta?
story.
Okay, but actually I like Adrian's because I love selfies and I love knowing where she goes because we have the same food taste. But the person I would like to block is CNN.com over here, Lonnie Love.
Why?
This
Why?
one, she has more news stories than Fox, CNN, Shade Room combined.
That's where I get my news from. If she doesn't
Thank
tell me,
you.
I'm not gonna know anything.
I be trying to educate you heifers and millennials. That's what I be
Thank
trying
you.
to do.
Appreciate
Good,
it.
don't be knowing nothing. You know what? I can't have a decent conversation. I call your ass up. You ain't saying nothing. I don't know. I'm like, would you go to my Instagram and see? And then that's why I put it up there. I only try to put like the important. You know what? I can't do this. I gotta take this.
Oh!
It's bugging me. I can't see.
Her eye is hurting.
Yeah, it's hurt. I'm sorry.
And the lashes sometimes are so long they hit the
They
lens,
so long
right?
they hit my lens and I
know.
can't
Happened
see.
to me.
Things got too real up in here.
I'm sorry, Glenn. I had to take them off. Glenn Allen's wonderful, wonderful makeup artist,
God.
but this happened.
They actually look really pretty on you, Adrian.
These are nice.
They look really pretty.
They're really nice. I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna use them
I
again.
like every single one of your guys' Instagrams. I like your
Do you
Instagram
even have time to
posts.
look at our Instagram?
I
You post about your
do.
kids all the
No,
time.
but
I do love
Jeannie,
Oh, them fighting words. You talking
Jeannie,
about
I'm
them
about to
babies?
say, you talking about my kids? No. No, I love
Do you really love like the new?
I do.
I actually
Adrian's is so pretty. Like
Yes,
I
yes.
love your Instagram.
And exotic.
Lonnie is very informative. And Jeannie, yours is very eclectic.
Don't lie. Her Insta stories be mad.
I never see her Insta stories. I never see them.
I don't see that
I don't know
either.
why. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I have all kinds of notifications
I don't.
for
I'm
Jeannie
sorry,
Mai.
Jeannie. I never see
You
them.
love
don't
my
see-
Instagram and it's eclectic, but you don't watch my stories.
Jeannie, do
never
you do a lot of
see
Insta
them.
stories?
I put a lot of time into them,
I
friend.
ne- but I-
it takes
I
a
ne-
lot of time to press that button and get the lighting right.
I see Adrian's. I see
You know what I
Lonnie's.
don't like?
see
I
yours.
don't like guys that I follow and they have a lot of girls twerking and showing their butts.
hate
I don't
that.
like that. So
Yeah. I
hate that.
but there's a way you can filter so that you don't have to see that. So I can still follow them, but I don't have to see all this.
Yeah,
you know,
that's always on my popular page, and I always have to wonder who is it that I'm following
I know, right?
that
Yes.
is bringing me all this booty,
Yes.
like all this naked,
know.
twerking booty. It's just a lot.
Like, that's like a
Yeah.
lot. But other than that, I can put up with y'all. I just, swipe. That's it.
I love that you're active on it. So it's the middle of October, which means Halloween is right around the corner, and a new dating trend has everyone terrified.
Uh-oh.
Now, we've all heard of ghosting, which
Yes.
is when someone you're dating suddenly disappears on you.
Mm-hmm.
But have you ladies heard of haunting? Ooh, listen up now, because according to Cosmo, haunting is when someone who ghosted you in the past haunts your social media present by watching your snaps, Instagram stories, and occasionally liking your posts, even though you have no contact in real life. They're haunting your socials, yo! So have you ever been haunted before?
Isn't that just stalking?
Yeah.
I know, but it's Halloween, so I made up the word, so
haunting.
it's exciting.
Okay.
Okay, but like I feel like if they're at least gonna like it, go on and like. Look at the amazing life that I live that you're not a part of.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I have an example for you guys.
Okay.
I don't know if this is haunting, but it was really, really weird.
Okay.
So, just recently, someone they commented on my Instagram post of me with an ambiguous, handle
Yeah.
that said, "I'm still in love with you."
Ooh.
Right? And I was like, what is this?
So you went there?
So, wait, no, I went to go tell my best friend, because she was right by me,
Yeah.
to show her again, and then it wasn't there anymore. So what was that?
Ooh, that's
Ooh.
a
That
comment
was
and
Adam
delete.
playing a trick on you.
That was haunting,
Lonnie
literally,
was
'cause
that's
it was there
haunting,
and
and then it
wasn't
wasn't.
there.
So what does that mean? Who is that?
That's
Wait,
somebody
that's
that wanted you to see it. They probably thought that you saw it, and then they took it away.
Okay, I do have to ask on that note, though.
Yeah?
When you either comment and it shows up and you delete, or you like somebody's page accidentally and then you delete, does it show up on their feed?
That you like?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course it does.
That
Even
happened
if
to-
you delete it right away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guys,
It
the
happened to
answer to-
Beyonce.
Yeah.
It happened to Beyonce.
what?
Remember, it happened to Beyonce. Beyonce liked somebody's it was I hope I'm getting the story right. She liked somebody's page, and then everybody was like, "Oh my God, who is this girl?"
That's right, that's
Remember?
right.
And they was
It
like,
was
"Who is
an
this girl? Who is this girl?"
accident?
And it was clearly an accident.
Okay.
But that girl became famous for about a good,
But did
5
Beyonce
minutes.
unlike it?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
She
she
unliked
did.
it
Unliked.
after?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, the answer to all these problems is screen grab. Tamara, you
I
just
should've
should have screen
screen-
grabbed. Forget telling your friend. Make sure
But
you
it
got
was
the proof.
ambiguous. That's the thing. I clicked on the handle, and it
Yeah.
was like 0 followers or whatever. So it was like somebody made up a handle just to write
just
that,
to mess with you.
and then erased it. But they wouldn't even know if I looked at it. That's the only thing. That's what's
Job
really
well
might
done.
have.
If you're watching the show, she saw your message.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. But you can hack things and see things now. There are ways to, if you're a good decoder, which decoder is becoming like the new reading, you can figure out and have an app or a system so that I can see every single one of your moves. Look at the Asian talking about this. I can see every one of your moves and what you do.
Yeah, there are
Yes.
apps out there now
Yes.
that can even tell you who unfollowed
Yep.
you.
Who screen grabbed too? There's also
Correct.
those.
It's not that
Who screen
important to
grabbed,
me.
who
That
looked
is-
at your
I just
pictures.
don't get it.
Yeah,
That's-
I feel like
scary.
if you're not in my life, why do I care if you're on my page or not?
Yes.
Well, You do have to be safe, though. You have to be safe because there may be, you know, unwanted advances and stalkers and things like that. So I am aware of that. But, I mean, as far as if you just want to go still hunt or chop, whatever, I don't know.
I also don't think everybody's being 100% honest. Okay, so I'm going to expose this question differently.
Okay.
Everybody here, have you ever trolled another person's page? Just going deep into the archives, searching their pictures, digging out all their dirt, looking at who they're tagged in.
Absolutely.
If you will, raise your hand, applaud.
100%.
Lonnie.
Then guess what, America? You have all haunted here in your life. Yes, you've seen our next guest in Blind Spot, The Glades, and Law & Order's SVU.
Love it.
Now she's bringing control and order as Chief Gina Santos on the second season of Fox's Lethal Weapon. Please welcome the beautiful Michelle Hurd.
Woo!
Insane. You look phenomenal, and you are unbelievably 50 years old and fabulous. I know. Well, I refuse to believe it. So,
Me too.
So we have to ask, what the heck are you doing?
I don't believe that either.
What is your beauty secret?
Actually, that's it right there. Part of it is not believing it in your head.
Well, the number doesn't mean anything.
Right.
And
right.
That, you know, at all. You know, I'm a true believer that there's so much that I want to do in this life, so many places I want to go, so many journeys I want to explore. This is my vehicle.
I love it.
We need to keep her oiled.
Yes.
That's right.
So what do you do? What do you do? Tell us. I want to keep mine oiled
Well,
too.
I'm a big moisturizer. Shellac, shellac, shellac.
Okay.
Head to toe, the whole thing.
Me too, me
I
too.
loved your point about the 30.
Yes.
I literally got
T-zone.
it as soon as I heard you say that. I'm like, the 30 and 50, it's great.
You'll stop wearing makeup.
And I love the fact that you're doing your curls, girl.
Oh my God!
Come on, girl. We need to do this. This is how it comes out of my head. Go ahead. I see you with your curls up there. It's important. So yeah, exercise in and out. You know, the food that you put in there, the way that you think about how you walk
Care
on
for
this
yourself.
earth.
Don't on yourself.
Respect yourself.
Yes.
Listen to her, people.
Respect yourself, right? Because you want to do
yourself.
something in this world, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it.
Now, we heard that Whoopi Goldberg may have given you the key to the
dear.
fountain of youth.
I
Tell us.
Whoopi, I hope you don't mind that I have told this story, but it is
so,
true.
okay.
Well, it's actually that she, there was a 4th of July party, I think, at one of the places that she used to live up in upstate New York, and she invited a whole bunch of people there, and at one point, she brought all the ladies up to her, boudoir, and she said, I want to talk to you guys. I have to let you know about something. There's a gift, she said, that I gave to my mother, and I want you all to give to your mothers, because it's very important to keep ourselves excited, involved, and functioning in our whole person, right? So she told us all to get the rabbit. Does everybody know what the... I love that some of y'all said yes, you know.
Very well.
The vibrator.
The vibrator rabbit. And I have to say, I did on my mother's birthday. Sorry, Mom, but yeah. I gave her,
it to her.
Wrapped up, and she was so cute. She opened it, she went, oh, goodness. oh, honey. Oh, dear. And she put it by the side. But you know what? A month later, she called me. She said, thank you, baby.
I hear that. Yes, Mama.
Well.
Oh my God.
Okay.
As I said, we need to keep the vehicle oiled.
Yes. It's that time of the year. People go nuts over all things pumpkin.
Yes.
And we've got the pumpkin-infused products you're going to want to stock up on. My Fairy Godmother squad is getting ready to hit you with some pumpkin power.
All right, let's see what I have. Bippity boppity booyah! Wow, this Peter Thomas Roth pumpkin enzyme mask is good for all types of skin because the pumpkin enzyme is a natural exfoliator that removes dead skin cells, giving you a radiant, younger look. It also helps even the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And if that's not good enough, it definitely smells good going on. Just make sure you use sunscreen after you apply it to keep your skin protected. And you can pick up this bad boy for $58. I want to smell it. Hold on.
Oh, I want to smell too.
Oh my God. It's like
Do you want to eat
It
it?
smells good, but we got to move it along. Okay, my turn. Bippity boppity boo boo boo.
Booyah!
Bippity boppity booyah.
Ooh-wee! It looks like I have the magic touch wearing these pumpkin press-on nails. They'll take you back to your childhood. They can be instant festive addition to your Halloween look. The pack comes 24 self-adhesive nails. You know we ain't got a lot of time. So we gotta double the fun. These babies are $4.99.
Are you out of your mind?
Yes.
$4.99 from the Spirit
$4.99.
Hollywood.com. What a dealio.
Yes, it is.
Halloween, yeah.
Yes, it is. That's
What do
where
you
keep
have?
the magic going. But check this out. Bippity boopity booyah.
What is bippity boppity booyah?
Philosophy's pumpkin icing shower gel is an all-in-one shampoo, body wash, and bubble bath.
I need
It would
that.
have you smelling like pumpkin from top to bottom. It has lots of lather and delicious icing recipe on the bottom. We bought this item for $18. Doesn't that sound delightful?
Yes, it does. I
Oh
need
my
that.
God, you guys.
I need that.
smells
Wait, I want to
nice.
smell those.
Oh my God, smell.
All this pumpkin talk makes me think of a hilarious joke. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it goes
tell
like
us,
this.
tell us.
All right. Girls, when is a pumpkin not a pumpkin?
When?